I wanted to have Krav Maga, because I do realize with Krav Maga especially, it is a program or a system that has been designed to help out people when somebody comes in and they're very much shy, apprehensive of what's going to happen, that once they got on the floor and they started training in that environment, it would kind of ease. That they know that they're safe, no one's going to come out and start hauling on them. There's not going to, because, you do battle that in the martial arts industry, and especially with Krav Maga. That Krav Maga is a very aggressive system, it has to be. But it doesn't have to be taught aggressive in a way where people have to worry about, being grabbed and thrown down and, injuries, because this is a lot of the concern. Am I going to be able to do this and not get injured? Am I going to be able to do this without feeling that I'm embarrassed or awkward or all that stuff? What you see evolve on the mat. You'll see them come in, they come in for their first class, second class, and there's definitely this little shyness or this little thing about them, but then as they start training, it starts to go away. And then you see them in about 3 months, and the way they used to hit the pads on the mat are different now. They're more comfortable, they're hitting them stronger. You can just see the confidence level slowly being built up, because our goal is to build that confidence up. Because I really think if you give people confidence, and especially in a self-defense, it's like anything else, people are looking for the weak link. If somebody's looking to attack somebody, they usually don't look at the one that looks the strongest or carries themselves that way. They're looking for that one that's the weaker, they can pounce on a lot easier and have less of hopefully a challenge. What we try to do is then get everybody to understand, if we can get them to see that they can do Krav Maga, a confidence level shoots up. I mean, I've seen women come in here that I would never even think that they would have stayed, and now they're black belts. When you look at that, you're like, wow, I mean, what a transition that happened along the way, and even a transformation of them, of when they started, they came in here, to now they're about ready to go to the black belt test. It's just, it's a great thing.
Yeah, my boyfriend was already coming here, and he knew that I had experience with situations that would encourage me to learn how to protect myself. So he invited me to do one of the women's self-defense seminars in February of 2011. It was a long time ago. So I came in and I did it, and it was pretty empowering. It was actually a seminar where we had to do the buck trap and roll, and to be able to have a guy sitting on top of your chest and be able to flip him off of you it's a pretty empowering thing to learn how to do. And I had been in a situation like that before, so it's empowering to know that all of a sudden I know how to get myself out of that. So a couple months later, I came in and did a buddy week with him, and he was getting ready, he was training for his black belt that he was testing for a couple months later, and again, it was fun going through it physically, but it's motivating to be in there and learning, something that could potentially save your life one day. But my daughter was encouraged by my coming here and learning this, that she was like, no, you're gonna get your black belts, and then I'm going to get mine. So here I am, 3 years later. Actually 3 years this month, and I'm in the middle of going through boot camp to get my black belt. So,
well, I know they both have a great deal more self-confidence. Especially Madeline has matured tremendously here. When she first got here, she was like this 5-year-old little kid, and now she's growing into this young woman, and she has so much more maturity, so much more self-confidence. And Allison's the same way, that when she started, she was very timid, very worried about coming to class. There was a couple of times that we kind of almost had to push her into class, go, come on, go, go. But now we can't keep her away. She just loves it so much.
In the summer, they take like 1 or 2 weeks, and class itself is just out in the park. That's a lot of fun. And like when I was in the kids' classes, I remember they do like obstacle courses, but they make you run around and you have to run through the like jungle gym and everything,
that
and go
is so
down the
fun.
slide and around again and then back. They time you.
And I heard an advertisement about the school, and we decided we wanted to try the martial arts. I wasn't really attracted to karate or kung fu or anything that had forms associated with it. I wanted to come and learn something that was dynamic and something that was actually usable in real world scenarios, and also to keep in shape. I've been going to Gold's Gym and lifting, and it's a solitary activity, and this is a lot more group-based and partner-based, and it's a lot more interactive and a lot more intense.
It's really neat because the belts actually help in motivating you. I want to work towards the next belt.
You want to be ready for that belt. You want to be ready for the test for that next belt. Well, what they do is they take us outside. We'll go to the park. We'll put ourselves in real-world situations where you're wearing street clothes. You're battling elements a little bit more. Your footing won't be perfect because you're not inside on a dry mat. You're out there on gravel or grass. And you learn to make sure you're aware of your surroundings.
Working outside is very strenuous, and when you're running up and down the hills and over tree roots and under branches, I think also going outside with practice, they make you go down a narrow little path through the woods. You're all by yourself, and you don't know who's behind those bushes. And I'll tell you, that's scary, but it's real life. It could happen to you, and I think that was a great experience.
Originally came here looking for kickboxing. They told me they had fitness kickboxing, they had Muay Thai. I was more interested in the Muay Thai, so I started that, and then from there I ended up joining Krav like 2 months later, and went with both.
How many times are you going to get held up with a gun and with a knife? But it's something that
If
you
it
know.
was to occur,
You'll know how to.
prepared for it.
Yeah, you'll know how to handle yourself. And even like for regular fights, like somebody push you in the back, you know how to handle that situation. Somebody's choking you, you know how to handle that situation. So, and as
Makes
far
you
as
prepared.
it gets you prepared for the crazy world.
Yes, I am a police officer in the town of Amherst, and the techniques that we learn here at the Training Edge that we get to participate in and really get ingrained in our muscle memory, we get to use on the streets. Hopefully we never have to, but there's occasions that we do need to. And a lot of times you're being self-assured that people don't want to engage you. They don't want to confront you. But there are times where people do want to, and you have to defend yourself, and you have to use what you've learned. And I've used it on several occasions, the things that I've learned here at the training.
For kids karate, they teach us things like self-defense and forms. So like forms is work on like power and smoothness and technique, and then the self-defense is for like real world kind of things so you can defend yourself.
The day of the test, both the whole weekend was about 15 degrees and snowing, so I mean, most of your first day test is done indoors, and that's fine, and it's tiring enough. Then you go run outside, and you have to come back in and finish your day. Well, I did the second degree test, which involves a second day of running and exercise and being attacked in the park, and it was also, say 15 degrees, snowing, and in a park that no one had been in weeks, and it was shin-high snow that we had to run through and get attacked. If it was going to be not a real nice day, I wanted it to be bad, so I had a good story to tell. And I think 15 degrees and a ton of snow was pretty cool.
My goal is to teach people how they can either get in the best shape of their lives, because I know how beneficial it is for our health and everything else, or to be able to defend themselves. You know, if somebody comes up to somebody and does something to them that they shouldn't be doing, then I want to know that I have helped somebody to be able to protect themselves in that situation. We always want to give back to the community, and the goal here is to try to make our community safer. That's obviously one of the big things. So we offer 4 times a year, we offer a free women's self-defense seminar. Each one has a different theme. We do a red man suit theme where they get a chance to be attacked with somebody in a suit that they're all covered from head to toe, and when they haul off on them, they're pretty much protected. So it gives women, what's neat about that is most women don't get a chance to actually hit somebody. They hit things, bags, pads, but this gives a woman literally a chance to tee off on a body that's protected. So they get a better idea of what it's really gonna feel like when they hit something that has, sometimes people forget when you hit a body, there's backup mass to it. So it's like hitting a very high dense pad. It's not like you're gonna sink in. It has some backing to it. So it gives them that. It also gives them the opportunity to do something and see, wow, this actually works. Just to teach them that they can survive. They don't have to be a victim. Hello everyone, just wanted to give you all the events going on for the month of May. First is the very first week of May. We always do a buddy week following our belt testing. You know, everybody tested out for their belts the following week or the previous week. So this week what we want to do is we invite everybody to bring buddies to class. It is curriculum week, so we actually are starting a new curriculum, but everybody's starting on something new. So this gives us a chance for people to bring friends to class. We have quite a few of you that ask once in a while, when can I bring a friend to class and bring them in and do class with me. So this gives you that opportunity to do that. So the whole week from the 2nd to the 7th of May, we're gonna be doing a buddy week that week. Next is gonna be our Mom and Me seminar. Our Mom and Me seminar is gonna be happening on Saturday the 7th from 11:30 to 12:15. This is a seminar that we do every year for Mother's Day. It's just a fun event that the students and their moms can get on the mat and do some training for a while, hit some pads together, just have some fun. Something maybe a little bit different that you don't normally get a chance to do for around Mother's Day. So, you know, hopefully you get a chance to come in and take advantage of that. And all of us at Training Edge want to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. And next what we're doing is we're going to be doing on the 10th of May at 7:15 p.m. We're starting our next 6-week clinic. Our clinic this time is going to be 8-step praying mantis Kung Fu. The Kung Fu that we do is what actually I got started on in martial arts. This was my first black belt was in Kung Fu. So it just gives us a chance to show everybody kind of what some of that traditional art's like. It's a lot of fun. We'll be doing throws and joint locks and, you know, a lot of different cool stuff that you just don't get a chance to do in the Krav Maga class. So it's $60 for the 6 weeks, so it's real reasonable, and hope to see all you guys on the mat having fun doing some of the Kung Fu that we do here. And the next thing that I want to talk about is on Friday the 13th and Saturday the 14th, we're actually doing an instructor training course that weekend, starting Friday night and goes all day Saturday. So there's no classes either Friday night or Saturday morning. I do this twice a year for instructors. It gives us a chance to get together and train together, and then also improve them on their skills and their training and their teaching ability, you know, for you guys. So this is something important that we do. We usually do it once in the spring, once in the fall, and again, it gives us a chance to kind of enhance our skills, and I try to get everybody on the same page with this course. It's kind of the other reason why we do it. So again, just remember that there'll be no classes going on either Friday night on the 13th or Saturday on the 14th.